we do got 40 Glocc in the building. We're going to try this one more time, Mike. Yeah, what's cracking with your homie?
What is do, cuz? I'm chilling.
Right. Well, definitely first and foremost, before we get into the interview, I got to say, you know what I'm saying, before the music business shit, I am a fan of the shit first and foremost, you know what I'm saying? I actually bought your album when it came out, The Jackal, way before the G on the shit and all that, you know what I mean? So, and I'm from New Orleans, nigga, and I'm in New Orleans, you dig, where a lot of people don't really live on the West Coast.
Yeah, that's right, loved one.
Right, for real, man. The reason I bought it was because Dre was on that Corrupt. You know, you had like one of the only unsigned West Coast artists that was out there that had major features like that. So I definitely got to commend you for getting all those people on there to get your voice be heard. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I know that's right, man. Yeah, you know, I stay doing that, man. I'm one of the few that can really speak and say that they've always moved like that and always, you know what I mean, always surrounding myself around the best, you know what I mean, and stay.
Spice One.
Yeah, Spice One, you know, that's a love one.
Okay. Yeah, man, Theo was on that thing.
Corrupt. Yeah.
Yeah, all them boys. I would have enjoyed that Jackal, a nice piece, man, for all those people who slept on that shit. Y'all need to go get that because it's still up, it's living up to this time. You know what I'm saying? It's like ahead of its time. They got a 9/11 song on there, man, like number 6 or something like that, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Right. I mean, you know, I try to take it there. I stay trying to give them that reality, man, that street shit, all the content. That's basically all I spew, you know what I mean? Every time I hit that booth.
Definitely. As well as noticing that you have those type of features, you know what I'm saying? That brought attention to who you are, but at the same time, it gave an opportunity to hear that you are definitely, you know, on that level or above. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely appreciate your music, and we're glad and honored to have you on our show. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, that's a definite.
And if the masses out there don't know who you already is, you know what I'm saying, why don't you give them a little reminder?
You know, Big Bad 4-0, you know what I mean, a.k.a. 40 Glocc, a.k.a. the California Angel, you know what I mean? I get it in, you know, I'm a West Coast nigga. I try to, you know what I mean, I'm with G on it, you know what I mean, Infamous, and I started my own thing. I got this movement called Zoo Life. I got my own label now. It's independent, Zoo Life Entertainment, and, you know, Infamous and G on it, all behind it, 100% support of it. And, you know, I'm just taking it there right now, you know, bringing back that street element to the game, just trying to show everybody it's not just about the bling and everything else, you know what I mean? Let them know we the minority. That means we the majority.
Right. Well, right, but for you saying that, I gotta clip New Orleans' name on some shit right quick. All those cats y'all see on y'all TV screen, all that extra shiny shit, just know real New Orleans niggas is not like that. I'm going to just, you know, put that in the air right quick, then we could get back to this interview.
Right. Yeah, real talk. You know, I know, man. I done been in New Orleans a few times, right? You know,
right.
I was born in the South, so, you know, that's like where all my roots is, all my family from the South. You know what I mean? I stay going there, and I got a lot of love from the South.
Right. It's important to be stated, though, because some of the people who are blocking a lot of the talent from coming out of New Orleans are actually people who are from New Orleans who should want New Orleans to come up. But those are the only ones out there holding that spot down. They representing it kind of like a little, I must just say, bad. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't blooding, we ain't really cripping or none of that. You know what I'm saying? It's every man for itself, really, where we at. But you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like they put us on one side, like, because it's just one person you know, one unit kind of like representing a city, you dig? But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Fuck, we real. We ain't really worried about what they doing because we doing us. So, you know, just to introduce our listeners to who you are, because we are already on our G, you dig? We want our listeners to be on their G too and find out, look, we got people who we could reach out to that really got some real shit from a whole nother planet. You know what I'm saying? So with that, we are us, you know what I'm saying? The people who call us up, we New Orleans for real, you know what I'm saying? So bam. the people who you talking to right now, the people who are listening to you right now, 40 Glocc, you know what I'm saying? These are real people who can actually understand you and come close to you. It's not like you're talking to Lil Wayne's out there. Even though a lot of them want to take that rap thing that way so they can, you know, try to be that next flashy thing that's like what's going on. You know what I'm saying? These niggas can spit and they can understand well too. You know what I'm saying? So what advice do you have to artists that's coming up in the game as far as being, you know, a player that can play the whole field?
I mean, you know, just basically they gotta have their business smarts together, and remember, it's about talent, but it's a lot to be about. It's about business. You know what I mean? So you gotta be if you're gonna do it yourself, you gotta know your business. Whether if not you ain't gonna do it yourself. Anybody that's signed to a major label is really they just was about their business, or they had somebody on their team about their business, and they found them an investor. A major label is nothing but a mere investor. It's not like, oh, I'm trying to major. He just investing in you, and at the end of the day, he taking advantage of your ass. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But if you're gonna get into this, be about your business. Know that it's like it's almost 100%. It's 90-some% business and like 10% talent. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you just gotta stay on point with that. Know how to market yourself. You gotta some of this shit take guerrilla marketing. You gotta know how to guerrilla marketing. It's basically about. I look at this shit like for those of you that been on the block and know how to work on the block, and you got your work and you got your packs, and you got to get on the block. You on the block serving packs, not to go. Real hustlers don't get on the block and serve packs just to go day to day serving that same pack and recopping the same shit. We trying to move on to a bigger pack. You feel me?
Right.
And when you get in that bigger pack, you moving on for a reason. And then when you get to that certain pack, you want to switch up and get out that shit and start. You want to be into a different. You want to either let it go or you want to move ahead. You want to be the one that supplying the streets. You know what I mean?
Right.
Instead of working the block. But that's how I look at it. And it's pretty much if you're a hustler, that's the same aspect to look at it from. You know what I mean? It makes it easier for you.
Right. Which actually brings us to another point. A lot of people are getting deals and then relaxing because if they get it by luck and didn't know any business, you dig. One thing, like say, like your big artists such as the Commodores, not Lionel Richie, but the extra people who were in the group or whatever like that, or say like John Amos and all those people who was on Good Times and shit. If you don't have your business together and you just think that you finally safe because you're making a little money now, all right, when that shit is over, 20 years from now, when that song is in a movie or something, that label is still getting paid if you don't have your business together. So if you do wind up achieving a major deal, you should definitely want your fucking business to be right. So if you're independent, you know what I mean, don't just have this good grind that can get you a good deal and then keep using your work skills to make someone else some money. This is what the man is telling us. So, you know, 40 Glocc, we appreciate you, man. And anything that, you know, anything else that you feel like you might want to drop on our listeners or whatever like that as far as knowledge, we definitely appreciate that. But I want to ask you, you've been like with so many different rappers and stuff like that who, you know, have achieved different things or whatever like that too. So have you ever toured like with any of these big groups?
Oh, hell yeah. You know, I grew up around the Pac and Snoop era, you know what I mean? So I was real close to them. You know, and basically I used to tour 24/7 with Snoop, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's how I learned a lot of my game, you know what I mean? I watched Snoop be broke, my nigga. You know what I mean? Snoop would tell you. I didn't watch Snoop be the biggest thing where, like, all y'all knew him. And we right there, and he broke. And he like, man, I'm broke. Like, I'm big, nigga. I'm Snoop Dogg, nigga. The whole world, nigga, lining up around corners for a nigga record. You know what I mean? Right. And at the same time, nigga ain't got no money in his pocket because his business went right. But now, you know, he's set for life. He got his business right, and he's straight.